Sweet and sour potato chips, girls. I must say, I would have really appreciated it if I had actually been told why we should all be gathering here.
I know. All we were given was that text about an urgent matter that required our immediate attention. But I'll be honest, with Rainbow locked up and the device in Twilight's hands, I got no clue what the hell's even supposed to be going on.
Maybe something's happened with that. Maybe Twilight managed to get the device open and can give us our magic back. Wouldn't that be a blessing? But at the hazard of sounding cynical, it would be very atypical for our life that something would work out just like that. This honestly looks more like it was intended to pass time. I fear this might be a filler episode.
Filler, really? How'd you get that impression?
Just look at where we are right now. Has anything in our series ever been of importance when it took place in front of our school? No, it hasn't, and so I highly doubt that this time will be any different. We're probably just here to once again senselessly repeat the same lines about the same topics. Oh, by the way, did you hear that I used to be a zoophile? My, isn't that revolting, right? Just because you now don't have those disgusting feelings anymore doesn't repent you of your former sins. And neither does pointing out the unimaginative nature of our talks make them any less lame.
Well, I must say that Fluttershy is right about one thing, because that mention of our school is absolutely right. Each and every episode that took place here was less of a chapter, but more of a typical sketch. Yet I don't think this one's like the others. After all, Sunset's text read something about a very important matter.
Which might have also just been a lie to get us all to come here. Be honest, it wouldn't be the first time.
True that, Pinky. But this time, it actually wasn't.
Sunset! I actually didn't expect you to show up so soon. Honestly at all.
Yeah, we had like 5 minutes worth of repeating already used jokes ready.
As fun as that would have been, today's not the time for that. Because, believe it or not, I wasn't lying. Today is a special day. And I wanted all of you gathered here to witness how this fanfic comes to an end.
An end? Really? So Twilight managed to figure it out? Are we getting our magic back? Where is she?
Good question, Pinky. I see no reason why she shouldn't be here when you said in your text that all of us need to gather here. You know what's keeping her?
Oh, don't worry about her. I'll just go get her once I'm finished with you.
With giving us our magic back? Oh, can I go first, please? No, wait. I want to go first. Hey! If anything, I go first, since I was the first who lost it.
Maybe, but that means you're the most used to it. I was the last to lose it, so logically we should do it in reverse order.
Shut up, you all! Actually, I think I will be the first. In the end, it doesn't make a difference.
Fine. And how exactly are you gonna make sure everyone gets what's hers?
Oh, don't worry about it, Applejack. I'll simply take it all.
What the fuck? Holy fucking hell!
Ah, shit, here we go again.
Now we're talking! Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I just wanted to say how thankful I am. Thank you for making it so easy for me these last weeks.
But I don't understand. Why the fuck did you do that?
Oh, I see. You fools need to have it spelled out for you. I am the thief. It was me who stole your magic all along. And now I used it to become more powerful than any pony ever dreamed of.
Any pony? Did that magic mess up your head or something? You might have transformed into some unhuman monster, but you're not one bit horse-like. And she calls us fools.
A rarity. Old habits do die hard. I actually had to constantly watch my mouth so I wouldn't accidentally use this instead of body. But now I don't need to hide it anymore. Now I can return to Equestria and finally claim it as my own.
Oh, Sunset, what the hell happened to you? I thought you were changed. I thought we were friends. And now it turns out you've been robbing us all along. Why did you do that to us?
Oh, please, don't act like this really comes as a surprise. Why on earth in heaven should a genius mind like mine associate with the likes of mortal human filth, if not to take from them what they never deserved in the first place? It's always been an outrage that bipedals like you were granted the gift of equestrian magic. Only a unicorn should possess these powers, and only one unicorn can use it to rise to her true potential. But now that I made things right, everything is going to turn out the way it was supposed to.
Look, I'll be the last person to speak out against hating on humans, but I can't help but notice a little hypocrisy. I mean, you've been human for like half your life.
Only because she forced me to stay in this horrible world for as long as I have.
She? Who are you talking about?
Why, my counterpart, of course. Did you actually believe that weak-minded fool could have really killed me? No, she didn't have the guts. I must admit that she did manage to catch me by surprise and overwhelm me all those years ago. But now that she is out the way, no pony will stop me.
Your counterpart. But you said you would return to Equestria. Which version are you?
That you idiots actually still haven't figured it out. Just listen to the way I'm talking. I'm the proud pupil of Princess Celestia, and I came from Equestria all those years ago.
Wait, so you're saying that our sunset isn't actually the one from Equestria? So all that's happened with her, the movies, her redemption, everything, that was always her human version from this world.
You make it sound like that would be shocking. Of course it had to be the weaker version. I will not fail like she has. But it is fitting for a human to steal my great plan, and then fail at seeing it through. Almost typical. You creatures always long for that which is out of your reach.
But Sunset told us she killed her human counterpart. Or her pony counterpart. Or, well, you!
How fucking dense are you? She lied to you, of course. She couldn't have killed me. She didn't have the guts to do that. Instead, she threw me into her basement and locked me away. For more than 5 years now, I was trapped down there. After her defeat and so-called redemption, she kept on telling me how sorry she was and that she wished she could let me go. She probably really did mean it, which makes this even more insulting. And I honestly was overthrown and robbed of my plan by this weak fool? How embarrassing.
All right, so far I can follow you on what's been happening. But what changed after 5 years? If you ain't been able to escape all that time, why suddenly now? Did our sunset try to let you go?
Oh, far from it. I must admit that I honestly don't understand myself how it came to what set me free. It was basically a normal day of sitting there and mourning the loss of my potential, when suddenly I started hearing those word machine noises. Like a robot or android was walking towards the door in that typical stiff manner. Then the door suddenly starts getting pushed inwards and bursts out of its frame. When the dust settled, it revealed some strange-looking blue robot thing. It stepped inside and turned its head towards me, proceeding to tell me with a heavy German accent that I was now free. Even I was that perplexed that I just had to ask it why it did that. To which it only responded by saying it was to make things happen. Then it turned around without saying another word and left again. I was really confused, but I didn't let that stop me. So when my other me returned home, I was ready to greet her, and then I repaid her fare and even by locking her up in the basement herself, and now taking her place. Soon after, I discovered that she had archived the blueprints of this magic tracker and immediately noticed its potential. And the rest, you already know how it went.
Hold on a second. So it was Robotus who freed you. Oh my fucking god, that does it!
This time this piece of trash went too far. Once this episode's over, we're gonna find this screwball and teach him a lesson to stop messing with our continuity.
As inviting as that sounds, I suggest you save your aggression for later. You're gonna need it when you help me conquer Canterlot Castle and take Celestia's throne.
When we what? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I am far from done with you. Because, while the most important thing I wanted from you was your magic, I never was so foolish to believe that I alone would be able to take over all of Equestria. I might be, but I'm not willing to risk the one chance I have at this. So I'm gonna be gathering a little army for myself. You know, my counterpart did have the right idea. But why waste so much energy on dozens of powerless teenagers when you can alternatively just rely on a squad of magical warriors?
Magical warriors? What you gonna pull the Avengers out of your ass?
Oh no, my warriors are right here. The 6 of you, precisely.
Us? Why us? What use would we be for you? Even more so without our magic.
I never said you weren't going to get it back, did I? I am actually feeling really generous right now, so I'll be returning a part of your powers to you. In exchange, I will only take a minor thing in return, which you won't even notice missing. Your free will.
Well, that is indeed very generous of you, but in all modesty, I think I will pass on this one.
Oh, I didn't say that as a suggestion. Rather than simply what I'm gonna do. Together, we will return to Equestria as the true main 7 and take over the entire country. After that, only I shall rule. For all eternity.
But I don't want to wage war against ponies.
You didn't quite understand that part about your free will, did you? It's not like any of you be able to stop me, or is it?
Oh, well, we could, punch ya?
Cute. Alright, time for the shackles. Who dares?
Ruin Equestria. Wow, that is such a creative goal. Well, you gotta admit, it's not that bad of a plan.
I, for one, would attempt it.
You mean you did attempt it?
Oh, yeah, right? What? What the fuck is this? Rainbow Dash, my weak self. Where the hell did you come from? What do you think? From my basement, of course. Or did that magic already cloud your mind so much that you don't remember locking us in there? 'Cause if so, that's totally fine. It takes strength to handle that much power after all. I don't have to let myself be taunted by the likes of you. How did you get out of your prison? It took me 5 years to break free. Did Robotus also decide to let you out?
Hardly. That robot moron did actually show up, but only to tell us that help was on the way and we should get ready. The question why he himself didn't just let us out, he ignored completely.
Well, it doesn't matter. We'll deal with him once we dealt with you. Oh, and since your face screams that you're dying to know who freed us, we'll tell you.
It was me.
What? But that can't be! I erased your memory! How dare you act like you know what happened!
I'm not. Sunset and Rainbow filled me in after I freed them.
But you couldn't have known about them! Wait, where are your glasses?
Glasses? Oh, I never wore glasses.
Huh? No, you did. What are you saying?
She didn't. And no, you didn't erase her memory, but mine.
What? What is the meaning of this? Are you a changeling? What's going on?
Oh, Sunset, I thought you liked calling yourself a genius so much. Kinda contradictive that this overwhelms you like it does. Especially you should know that there is a very simple answer on why there are 2 Twilights here. And no, as a hint, I'm no changeling. Let me spill the beans for her, since she appears to be somewhat dumbfounded at the moment. This one here is my counterpart from Equestria. And let's be honest, Sunset, it's kinda embarrassing that you mistook her for a changeling. I mean, we really aren't that hard to tell apart, mostly because of my glasses.
But you aren't wearing them either!
Oh, I guess you're right. Well, some pony broke them when she punched me against a wall. You might say this was actually her fault then.
Silence! I will not stand for this Deus Ex Machina! Where the fuck did that other version of you come from? There is no justifiable reason for her to be here!
Actually, there is. Scytheway here wrote me a letter with that magical book she got from her Sunset. And even though it really took all of my willpower, I did manage to care enough so I'd actually come here. And turns out I was right to do so. Just look at the mess you're making. I guess it does take a princess to clean that up.
Princess! Oh, don't fucking tell me Celestia adopted another whelp to replace me after I abandoned her. How cute! To think she'd let some pony like you take what was meant to be mine. She really held a grudge against me, it seems. Why else would she accept a pony with this color to be the next princess, if not only to rub it in my face?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that I'm some kind of magic prodigy. Something you obviously were not.
Shut your fucking face up! Do you really think it is wise to insult me? I mean, have you looked at me? Seen how powerful I am now?
I have. And, no offense really, but it's nothing I haven't already seen before.
As well as nothing she hasn't defeated once already. And now that all of us are gathered here, we can stand together and defeat you. Just like I was defeated.
And so was I.
Oh, you stupid fools! You might all be together again, but that doesn't mean shit. In case you've forgotten, I have all the magic, and you have nothing. If anything, you're just giving me one single, easy-to-destroy target. Oh, Sunset, did we both have so much to learn at that early stage? But unlike you, I did learn this lesson by now. This magic is not a source of power you can simply claim for yourself. And honestly, if you had taken the time to properly research the events of our third movie, you would know what's gonna happen next. Well, what do you mean? Laughter, kindness, loyalty, honesty, generosity, and lastly, magic.
On the double!
What? How can this be? You cheaters! Where did you get this magic from? I have it all! You just don't get it, do you? It's okay. When I was at your place, neither did I. But don't worry. Once you're defeated, you might see things a little clearer. No! I won't allow this! Die!
Woo-wee! Now that is a lot better.
Oh, somebody fake! I'm not depressed anymore! Yay! Finally, I can molest my bunny again without feeling remorse.
Whatever I had lost is back too.
Hooray and such.
What happened? To you happened the exact same thing that happened to me. Maybe we were never meant to be rulers, never meant to be evil. You made the same mistake I made, and now you're at the very same point I was. Now it is up to you to decide which path you choose to follow. Will you keep clinging to your petty ambitions, Or will you realize that there are better things to strive for than might and power?
Yeah, like for example, friendship, happiness.
And all the other childish shit. Trust me, it ain't so bad as it sounds.
Wait, so you're saying that you would actually forgive me all the shit I've done? Just because I would say that I'm sorry?
I mean, we would spend a considerable amount of time observing you from a suspicious perspective, but ultimately, sure, why not?
All you did was try to wage war against your homeland and enslave our minds. I've done worse things when playing soccer.
You're serious? Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. How about for starters, a simple apology? That's half the battle. Oh, I am sorry that you apparently completely misinterpreted my bafflement. I'm not stunned by your generosity. Rather, am I shocked that people with such a childish view on accountability actually could manage to defeat me? How absolutely embarrassing! But no, I won't give you the satisfaction of submitting to your little friendship esoterics. I refuse to accept defeat by the likes of you. And mark my words, this is not the last time you fought me. I will return with a plan even more ingenious, more malicious, and more all-encompassing than any you've ever seen before. And I will not rest until each and all of you grovel at my feet and whimper for mercy.
All right. We did try option 1. Guess plan B will have to do. Excuse me, Sci-Fi. Give me your hands, everyone!
Wait, hold on. What are you doing?
Well, since you didn't want to accept a redemption, there's only one other thing for us to do. You didn't actually believe we would just let you walk away, did you? Oh, you poor foolish villain. That's not how this works. But coming from Equestria, you must know what we do to villains who refuse to be reformed.
No, wait. I changed my mind. I am sorry. I really am. And I want to make amends, please. You gotta believe me, please. Please. No, stop. No. No. No, please, no. No. Please don't do this, please. I'm begging you. Please.
Sheesh, Twilight. That was pretty cold, not gonna lie.
Oh, that was nothing. You should have seen what we did to poor old King Sombra. This is simply justice in Ponyland.
So, I suppose this is it now. Finally, the last remnants of my past evil has been dealt with. Now I'm fully redeemed.
Well, I wouldn't say that just yet. You did put us on quite a stressful ride with this whole story arc you forced us through.
Come on, I hardly forced you to deal with her. All I did was have my evil counterpart be locked up in my basement for 5 years. But I didn't let her out, and trust me, I never would have.
Still, it was your fault it could even happen in the first place. I mean, why the hell didn't you just kill her?
Excuse me?
Back when you were evil, I mean.
Oh, I actually don't really know. Perhaps I wanted to keep her alive in case I ever would come across something from Equestria I couldn't figure out myself, so I would have her explain it to me. Though if I'm honest, maybe that was just a cope. Could be that it's true what she said about me. I never would have had the guts to outright kill her, even in my darkest moments. Well, maybe when I was that magic demon, but only then really.
Well, for all it's worth, at least we can now check off one more leftover plot that our show forgot to touch on. Sunset Shimmer and the fact that there had to be a human counterpart for her. Turns out, the same counterpart was actually the one we spent all that time with all along. Gotta say, I've read worse takes on this topic. Oh great, you can almost see her head inflating with that talk. I think Robotus is using her as a mouthpiece right now to pat himself on the back. Tell not that.
Oh, Rarity, I really must say, I did so much miss not understanding what the fuck y'all said.
What-oh-see, AJ? What-oh-see?
Oh, just shut up.
So, and what exactly are we gonna do now? What'll happen with her?
Oh, I will be taking her with me back home. In Canderlot, we have a palace maze with a statue garden in front. I can perfectly imagine her there.
You mean where Celestia used to store Discord?
Yeah, I figured, why not rejuvenate that purpose for this place and have a new villain statue be placed there? Plus, I am really curious to see if the statue turns into a pony when we arrive in Equestria. Logically, it shouldn't because it's stone, but we all know that magic doesn't give a shit about logic. Now you sparked my interest. Please write to us what was the case, okay? Sure, if I care enough to remember. We'll see.
Well then, I guess this is it now.
Was nice seeing you again.
True that. But let's not make a habit of that. One of you's way enough.
Oh, fuck you. All right, friends. Goodbye.
Okay. Well, I I gotta say, that was quite an adventure, no?
You're one to say that, Sunset. Didn't you spend, like, the entirety of all this locked in your basement?
Well, sure, but that doesn't mean I didn't know about everything that was happening.
How come that?
Well, Robotus did actually leave me a tablet in the basement after my counterpart locked me up there. It read a message about keeping track of things.
Wait, you had a tablet this whole time, but it didn't have Wi-Fi, did it?
I think it did. Yeah, of course it did.
And why the hell did you not try to contact us? Write us a mail or whatever?
Hey, don't act like I'm some stupid moron who wouldn't have thought of that. But truth is, the tablet only had a limited access. All it allowed me to browse was Robotus' YouTube channel, where he uploaded every new episode of this series. That's how I was able to keep track of what was happening.
By literally watching the same videos our viewers were watching.
Oh, hell, I don't think I've ever heard a more bullshit excuse for you knowing this stuff in my entire life.
You know what? No, I refuse to accept that as an explanation. Concerning me, this is and remains a plot hole.
That makes 2 of us, Dash.
3 and 4. Thunk. Well, on the bright side, at least we can now finally call it quits with this stupid story arc. Maybe now we can at last get back to making a few normal sketches again. Where we stand around, talk about shit, and do next to nothing else. Damn, grass really is always greener on the other side.
All right, but before we call it a day, I wanted to address something. I just wanted you to know that I really am sorry. Given all that happened, I might have really been better off just actually having killed my counterpart. I mean, you all even told me you didn't mind it. Looking back, the first thing I should have done after hearing that was getting back home and take out that old scarf.
Well, you'll know next time.
Hello, and what now? Can we put an end to this episode now?
Not quite yet, Rarity. There's still one thing we need to do.
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could play that song again.
Which one, man?
The one that goes beep boo boo bop. Boo boo bop.
No, man, you're thinking of beep boo boo bop boo boo bop.
Beep boo boo. Boo beep boo boop. Beep beep boo boo boop. Boo boo beep bop. Not beep boo boo ba. Boo beep boo boo ba.
Hey, Robotus, we've got some unfinished business.
Oh, hello Applejack. Oh, and all the obvious. How are you doing, my little humans?
Save it, you dumb metal butt. You know damn well how we've been doing these last couple weeks. Hasn't exactly been a nice time. And who do we have to thank for that? I think you know the answer. Don't you, Robotus?
Of course. And how did you like it? Wasn't this story arc some of the best writing you ever experienced in your lives? I for one must say, it really surprised me even myself how good this story actually turned out. And all I had to do was set free a villainous girl. Isn't it great how this world basically writes itself?
Oh, so I see you've clearly made your mind up on how you feel about your actions and what you caused us. Good. If there was even the least bit of remorse in any of us for what's about to happen, it's certainly gone now.
Wait, what do you mean by that? And what do you need these baseball bats for?
Oh, nothing. Just something that we should have done a long time ago. Now hold still. This won't take long.
Okay, I see there is a little tension here, so I guess I will be going now. We'll talk again when you've all come to your senses.
Not so fast, Robotus. You're not going anywhere.
That's what you think. But you will never catch me alive. Not when I shift into maximum overdrive. Here. Shit. I know I should have gotten the turbo.
Your little SpongeBob reference is not going to postpone the inevitable. We indeed not. Now you get what you fucking deserve.
Oh no, the humanity. If I could feel pain, I wouldn't be in so much right now. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Why is it always the geniuses that get murdered unjustly for being too awesome? But I guess this is the sacrifice I must make for my art. Farewell, cruel world.